You are listening to another AlwaysMoto production. The AlwaysMoto podcast with your host, David Hogan. We talk moto events from around the world. All the injuries, all the training ins and outs, the bikes, parts and gear inspections. The results, we interview your favourite riders. It's the AlwaysMoto podcast. We occasionally have some coarse language and the odd stuff up along the way. If you don't like it or you don't agree with us, turn it off right now.
I'd like to remind you that he is not a doctor.
Alright, it's the AlwaysMoto podcast. David Hogan here. We are in Marvel Stadium. This race for the AUSXOpen has been done. It's empty again. They are cleaning up as we speak behind me. There was 30,000 people here tonight witnessing the Lawrence's return again. We've caught up with Jett as well on this post-race show, so you'll see him in the podcast very, very shortly. But Jett Lawrence got the win in SX1. He went 1-1. Very dominant performance here tonight. Matt Moss was surprising there in getting some hole shots in SX1. Jett was very good, but Hunter was very good. Dean was good as well. In SX2, it was Thompson getting a win with a 1-3 score. In the SX3 side of things, it was Ryder Malinoski getting it done there on his Yamaha. So very exciting night of racing. We've got plenty of interviews. I think we've got 7 interviews to come here after this little segment of the intro. So check them all out. Very interesting. Not all just from the imported riders, some of our local Australian riders as well. There is one more round of the Australian Supercross Series in Adelaide. That is next week, and that will be when the championships are wrapped up. Just a mention on the SX3, when we talked to Ryder Malinoski, we talked about the championship standings. We weren't sure at the time, but he is the championship points leader after an issue for Cade Kingsford in the SX3 main event, where he has left the track with a DNF. So that is just confirmation there. There is now a few points gap there for Ryder Malinoski. All right, let's get to these interviews. Thanks for watching, everybody. Take it easy. All right, we're post-race in Marvel Stadium. AUSXOpen, but round 4 of the Australian Supercross Series. SX3 class winner on the night, Ryder Malinoski. Ryder, awesome night for you, mate. Got the start finally, just ran away from it. Little incident for Cade. I'm not sure exactly how his situation is, but do you know where the points are? Haven't actually looked at that yet at this point either for you, for the overall for the series so far.
No, I don't actually. I think I'm probably in it now at least, which was sick. It's a bummer for Cade. I know we've had our rivalry a little bit, and it's a bummer though. I don't want him to go out like that. He's a great racer and makes me try my best. And I love that. So it was a good night. Got a good hole shot and just led my race. I made a couple mistakes, but at the same time, it was a lot better than the last race weekend. So yeah, overall, I'm pretty pumped with it, and I'm stoked.
Was this more for you being the size of the footprint of the Supercross track here at Marvel, more like what you've been used to with the American side of things? Did that help you this weekend?
Yeah, 100%. It definitely was more US, which was sick, but at the same time, I kind of had a bad day going, struggled a little bit with just comfort, I've definitely noticed now coming over to Australia, these tracks, the dirt, it's definitely different. No matter if the track's more like a US spec, the dirt and riding the track, it's just so hard to get used to. So still struggle a little bit, but we showed up when it counted, and I'm pumped.
So on the back of that question being more like an American track, have you looked at Adelaide, and have they told you about Adelaide? Because it's probably going to be the complete opposite of what you've just done today. Yeah,
that's what I heard. So it'll be interesting, but that's why I'm here. It's just learning, and it's taking on new experiences every time I'm out there. And I'm just trying to get better and just keep stacking, wins, and just keep getting confidence and just improving my craft. And I'm just so stoked, and looking forward to Adelaide.
All right, well, we'll check him out in Adelaide round 5. He might be the man with the red plate. We'll have to find that one out. All right, another one post-race in Marvel Stadium. Empire Kawasaki's SX2 rider Rhys. Rhys, we said, me and Benny on our show this week, Rhys just needs a start. You got one finally, mate.
Yeah, it feels really good to finally pull a start. Supercross is so important, and I've just been mid-pack each and every race, so to finally put up front, lead, I think 4 or 5 laps or whatever it was, I felt really good, but yeah, the pace was hot, got a little bit tired those last few laps, but overall, really good night. I'm happy with where I'm at, and you know, finishing this championship strong. And I believe I moved up to 4th. Obviously, a few people injured and stuff, but overall, you know, I just put my best foot forward, and I'm glad it's coming at the right time.
Even when you got sort of maybe fatigued, let's say, you fought back. Like, you didn't just give that to Cole in that race. You caught him back in the sand. You just had a little back and forth there, and then you still fought all the way to the end, man. So that's got to feel good to be, you know that it's sort of coming all back. You've had a rough go for a little while now, injuries and whatnot. So this has got to be great for you. Yeah,
absolutely. It was nice to finally fight back. You know, like you said, I feel like I give up a lot of positions and stuff like that. So it was nice to, even when I was getting a little bit tired, to fight back, fight for every position. So yeah, I think that's good. And you know, still 6 overall for the night. You know, a bit of a bad start, second moto, caught up in some crashes, but my riding was really good. And honestly, I can take a lot of confidence into next weekend. So it's nice to finally leave the track with a smile on my face. You know, I've been pretty down each and every round up until this point. So to finally leave with a smile on my face feels really good.
How are we for Adelaide? Like, do you like that smaller, tighter venue, or do you prefer Marvel being bigger, open? What's the go for Rhys Bud?
Yeah, look, I don't know. I've had good races in tight events, in open, so it just really depends on how the layout is and how I feel on the day. So like I said, it's good to bring this confidence into next weekend, keep that mojo going, and hopefully finish the championship strong and fight for that overall podium.
Well, I feel like you've poked the head back up towards the top end of the field. Let's hope it stays there. One more round to go for Rhys Bud, Empire Kawasaki. All right, we've got Lux Turner in the pits. Unfortunately, not in the situation he's been in for the first couple of rounds here in Australian Supercross. A bit of a rough go in first qualifying, wasn't it? You've managed to have a bit of a boo-boo. We've got 2 bandaged up arms here. Lux, one first off, are you okay?
Yeah, I mean, I'm walking, I'm alive, so what more can you ask for? Obviously, I damaged both my wrists. Hopefully they're not too bad, but we'll just take the positives away from this whole trip. I feel like this whole time in Oz have been nothing but great for me, for my team, for everything. I don't see any negatives from it. Obviously, this is the only negative I see.
This is one negative, yeah.
But other than that, it's been amazing. I feel like this team over here has taken me to the next level. And I'm not going to use this as a setback. I'm going to just keep going forward, get healthy, and come back swinging. Yeah, that's about it.
So do we know, we're going to the doctors on Monday, are we flying home, change your plans? Because obviously you're meant to be here to do Adelaide next weekend, so what's happening now, or is this all up in the air at this point?
As far as I know, I'm going to go get checked by some dude named Steve. I forgot his last name.
Up in Queensland, the guy, he does everybody. Yep.
That's what I've heard. So they got me in privately somehow. I guess he's fully booked out like 3 months. They got me in Monday. So I'll go there Monday and see what the damage is and go from there.
Okay, all right. Well, look, good to check in, mate. Glad you're okay. I did see the bike like hanging from the netting, right? Like it didn't look pretty. So glad that you're okay. Unfortunate. One question actually, one to finish off. Do we see you back here doing Australian Supercross? Surely there's got to be a few offers for that for next year and beyond, like, right?
Yeah. Well,
too early.
As long as my US team lets me come back, I'm coming. I mean, like I said, there's been nothing but positives from this. Obviously, yeah, I'm hurt, but what I've gained, it's unreal. So I'll be back as long as I got a say in it.
That's wicked. I wanted to check that because I thought you might say yes. So yeah, no, if it was up to you, you're probably already here. No, awesome. All right, well, Lux Turner, unfortunately not the end of his Australian Supercross series that he wanted, but he's okay. He'll be back very shortly. All right, we found Cedric Soubeyras in the pits here at Marvel Stadium post-race from AUSXOpen. Cedric, not the night you've had so far through Australian Supercross. Tonight was 6-6, but you've been sneaky good through the rest of the series, and you were second in points up until tonight's round. I don't know where it is now, but how's the experience been so far in the Australian Supercross series?
Yeah, the experience, like, so far it's been good. You know, really good. Just made 3 podiums in the first 3 rounds. So, yeah, I was pumped for today. You know, I just wanted to show my best. But first heat, I went like all shot, got the lead for 2 laps, and then after for sure Jett was faster than me and passed me, and Dino passed me in 2 corners to go. So. Yeah, I was on it. You know, I was feeling good on the bike, and then after the sighting lap, after the first moto, I heard like a small noise, and it got me like a bit like.
Just set you off, did it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was not like really focused when the gate dropped, and I a bit fucked up my race. And yeah, we had to control everything in between the race, and this got me a little bit also for the second moto, but. You know, it's like that. I made some good points, small points, but still good points for the championship because I'm still second and McElrath is third, and behind me be at 22, 23 points. So I need to check, but you know, it's 2 main events to go, and the goal was to be a 1-1 for Honda. So it's where we're at the moment with Dino. And Dino has been like great all season, and it's hard to beat him. But you know, I'm the second rider. I know how it is, and I'm second in the championship, and I'm really happy with that so far.
Yeah, no, I think you should be happy with the season. Like first time out all this way out here in Australia, changing. Like we said on press day at Red Cliffs, you were saying you changed all your deals to Honda so that you could come to a Honda team and everything. I think this has gone really well.
Yeah, you know, like 2 months ago, if someone would tell me this, I would sign directly because, I was struggling with my green bike in France, and you know, when Yariv called me, it was kind of like a big opportunity for me to be in a good team, and yeah, I just feel good. I know that if I would have a little bit more time, if I sign for another season with Yariv, I will be better next year for sure, because I will have like 1 more year on the bike, and all the setups will be done, and right now I'm still moving my handlebar, my sag, and you know,
Each time you go on the bike, really?
yeah, you know, sometimes when you arrive on the track and you know that it's slippery, you put your sags like more high, more down, or whatever, and then I'm still moving some stuff right before some races, and this is not good for the mind. You know?
No comfort in that, is there? You're going to the line not 100% sure of your change, and you're still working this out, so you can't just go and attack. You're sort of like a little bit reserved.
Yeah, exactly, and I know that I have the best bike. You know, the engine works so good, and frame-wise, I'm not 100% sure of my settings so far. So you know, I just take it like it is. You know, the goal is to be second, right now, is to be second in the championship and not losing this position, and it's what I've done today with a 2-6 place. I know it's not what I wanted, for sure. With the Lawrence's brother, if I would have like 2 top 4, 2 top 5, it would be great. But actually, 6 and 6 is good for the championship.
Well, look, you got 1 more to go in Adelaide. It's a completely different thing from what you've done so far through the season as well, because it's, you know, part of the Supercross racing. It's a smaller venue, so you got to learn a whole nother thing. But it'll be exciting to see what you can do. Good luck in Adelaide next week, and I hope we see you back next year.
Yeah, thank you so much, and yeah, for sure. If Yariv keeps me, I would be happy to be there next year again.
Awesome. Well, Cedric Soubeyras, 6'6" in Melbourne. All right, we've got the Empire Kawasaki rider, the man that's flown in for just a couple of rounds here, Cole Thompson. Cole, you got the win tonight, mate. AUSXOpen. This is a good one for you.
It's a big one. This is what we wanted. We wanted it a month ago, I said, in Sydney, or the first round that I came to, and we failed, and we were able to get it done tonight. Just a 1-3. Wasn't the best ride in the second moto, but we got her done in the first moto, and we just had to ride it in for a third and bring home the number 1. That's what we're here for.
You had a nice ride in that first one. Obviously, Rhys, Bud, your teammate, got a really good start, but you pressured him a long way, and then even when he countered you and put a move back on you, you sort of still worked your way back through, and then you sort of ran off there once you got free of him.
Yeah, no, Rhys, I mean, kudos to him. He put on a good show tonight. He needed that, I think, for confidence and stuff. And honestly, he's riding really good. So to see him put it all together, he said to me on the second moto there, he wasn't quite used to that pace and the intensity, and it's fast. I mean, everyone's riding good. The track's really intense, and able to get it ahead of him and able to put in a couple good laps, and that was what I needed ultimately.
So this is how many wins have you got a win in Australian Supercross? Second one.
First one came back in 22 with Gavin and the whole Circo squad, and 23 wasn't the best year for me. I was coming back kind of a little bit less prep than I wanted, and then obviously this year, last year with Honda, and then this year with the Cowie boys. I think it's pretty cool just to get it on a Cowie. Got it on a Yamaha, didn't get it on a Honda, got it on a Cowie, so it's cool.
Yeah, I know you had a lot of seconds there for a while, so this is a good one to get on. But so this is the last one for the Australian Supercross week. You're on the World Supercross Gold Coast next week, yeah?
Yep. Straight back to my team, Bud Racing, and then yeah, from there we got 2 more rounds after Gold Coast. So we still got 3 rounds of WSX, and looking to do the same thing I did tonight, put myself in good position, try to be on the box, and try to be consistent.
You then flipping back, once this is all done, this crazy world tour that you're on, you're then flipping back to the Solitaire guys and Yamaha again?
Yep. Yeah, straight after South Africa, 5 days later, I'm racing in Boise, Idaho on a 450 Yamaha. So
why not?
Pretty much everything you can throw at me, I'll take it as a challenge, and we'll make it happen. Even coming here, I didn't get my suspension on the plane. They took it off the plane, and
really?
I ran with Rhys Bud's suspension. Thankfully, his setup's identical to what I kind of have, and it worked amazing. I mean, the bike was great, and like I say, I'm not one to shy away from a challenge, and I looked at it as maybe it's good to try somebody else's setup, and it worked. So
sometimes when you're meant to win, you're meant to win, right? Doesn't matter how.
Yeah, shout out teammates, and shout out to the team to make it happen.
Well, awesome job, Cole. SX2 class winner tonight here in Marvel Stadium.
Let's do it.
All right, we've got Shane McElrath, Marvel Stadium, AUSXOpen, mate, 4-1 tonight. But the starts, that first moto, you were buried. Like, it's not good at this point, right?
Yeah, no, it's really frustrating because the thing is, like, my speed is really good, but it doesn't matter if you start back there, and so that's the hard part. Is like once you get a bad start, you're just a passenger, and you can't do anything until like you let some things play out a little bit, and then it's like, okay, let's start picking it up. And then I had another mishap where I almost went down, and thankfully I stayed up, but it still cost me like 4 or 5 seconds, and honestly that could have been the win right there. So. Yeah, definitely frustrating because it's like starting back there is not who I am. It's like, hey, I'm a good starter. I'm trying to figure it out, but we got some work to do.
Have we got any idea what it is that's causing it now? Like, is it a clutch plate, a spring? Is your engagement point, the lever angle? Do we have any idea at this point?
Well, it's a little bit of everything.
Okay.
That's where it's like I haven't had any consistency, and that's where it's like, dude, I'm trying to figure that out, and that's what we got some work to do as a team, because it's like I'm good at adapting, but it's like I haven't received like the same thing twice when I go out and do a start, and so it's like, dude, I'm throwing paper in the wind every time, and it's like the last start. I kind of flinched and went and left early, and I came out good, but I didn't do a good start still. So
you can't repeat that, right?
Correct. I definitely got lucky. So that's where it's like we got to fix that.
Well, I suppose after the gate, like you said, the first motor you had to let a few things play out, but in that second motor, when you got that start, the speed is clearly there. You were, I think I said it, 10 seconds up at some point, so that's not an issue, right?
Correct. Yeah. The bike is handling really well. The bike runs good. It's like it's literally just a clutch feel engagement, like. That's where we're struggling right now.
We're in the weeds.
Like the power's good, the bike's running really good, it's handling really good, and yeah, I think that shows once I got out front and I could just run.
So do we spend all week before World Supercross literally just going off the start, off the grate or something like that? Like, what are we doing?
Literally, if it takes us a whole day to figure it out, then that's what it takes. But at this level of racing, it's like we've got to do what we got to do, and if we got to try different clutch setups, if we got to try this, if we got to try that, it's like it's our job to be better racers, and so. I mean, we'll do what we got to do.
Question ahead of next week. Obviously, you're doing World Supercross on the Gold Coast. We'll be up there with you as well, watching on. And I've got a question about the fact that, like, in that series one, obviously you're having some troubles there as well in terms of getting starts and results-wise. But competing against Max Yancey at the moment and him being on the star bike, do you feel there's any significant or a little advantage that he's on that machinery versus what you're on now? I'm not saying that quad lock is bad, but I'm saying that there's a definite step in terms of Star Racing is the factory 250 bike at this point in time. Is there a noticeable difference for you?
Well, I think ultimately there is in terms of consistency, and that's where it's like, hey, we're off right now from the beginning, which means we're off a lot. Where it's like, hey, if I can get a good start and then we build from there, then it's like, hey, the start's the most important part of the race, and then it's like we need to make bike changes, we need to change gearing or whatever for on the track. That stuff is almost secondhand a little bit, but it's like, hey, we adapt on the fly, and that's where as riders we got to adapt to what we got. But right now we're starting on our back foot, and Max has been starting in the front every time. So honestly, that's really the biggest difference right now is like Max has got things dialed in, and we don't, and that's where it's like we've got to get things dialed in, and then we'll be right there.
Well, you've got what, 3 rounds left of World Supercross to dial that in, and obviously a week this week to sort of sort that out. So hopefully we can turn up to Gold Coast and be on your A game. Yeah,
that's the plan.
All right. Well, let's see what happens with Shane McElrath in World Supercross this weekend. I was going to leave that all in. All right, we're in the back depths of Marvel Stadium here. We've managed to pry Jett Lawrence out of the little party he's got going on in the back here. Jett, obviously you won tonight. I think that's secondary to everything that goes on with this event, right? Like, you come here for a different reason. There's 30,000 Australian fans that are screaming your name. That's got to be more important than any result tonight, yeah?
Yeah, like you said, we got, I would say not even a party, it's more just catching up with old friends here in Australia.
It's a loose term on the party, right?
No, yeah, I don't party, I don't drink. I got child taste buds. I rather like a strawberry milk or a Sprite, or in Aussie terms, a lemonade. But no, like, honestly, like, you're pretty spot on. It's more coming back for the fans and seeing the young kids, the youth of here, and just getting the reactions off the kids. It's just like, you remember the reaction on their face, but you also look in their eyes and remember you being a young kid going, oh my gosh, I wish I had the opportunity to see this person. So it's awesome, like, it's hard to get that in America because we have a lot more fans in the stadium, but not everyone's there for that one person, You have your Eli fans, you have your Chase fans, you have your Cooper Webb fans. So it's like, you never really hear them all at once. I mean, the loudest probably for Eli, for sure.
Yeah. In recent years, yes.
Yeah, so like, but it's still not the whole stadium, So it's it's awesome to have that feeling here, for sure. For me, it just leaves such a cool memory, and to look back on and have good friends here to always come back to and see, and just like get a good touch of not normalness, but like more so being like, hey, don't forget where you came from, like, and just to kind of bring you back, because obviously we live such a great life in America where it's very easy to take off and get big-headed. We're coming to here, and this obviously the friends we have, it keeps our head small. So
Aussies can ground you really quickly, right? Like, with one comment straight to the heart, knocked you down.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like Hunter said the past few days, also like just the humour.
Yeah, it's back. They understand it, right?
Yeah, they understand it. You go to your local barista and you say a joke, and in America it goes over their head. Yeah. Some people get it. Most of them don't. Where here, you say a joke and you stick it good, and they actually get it here. Where in America, you'll stick it good and this goes. But
I wasted that one.
Yeah, but I mean, a lot of people that are around us and that are friends of us, they get the humour. Thankfully, they've been around us long enough.
Well, I think you've obviously put together a crew that are starting to understand the accent when they talk, so they pick up the words that you've said, and then they're like, oh, I get that joke because I can understand it now. It probably took them a couple of years, but
for sure. Especially with my terrible English, I'm all over the place. I talk fast, so. Took him a bit, but I mean, yeah, it's good to have that circle around you, especially coming back here. I mean, gosh, it's been a while since I last done much at a race, just with all the lads, even, and Ethan who helped with the social media side of AUSXOpen and stuff like that, and I think it's AME.
Yep,
AME, I'm pretty sure. So them, obviously Adam, it's great, and Kelly and this Ash, it's all great, It's just so fun to come back to.
On a positive from my side of things, because my kids have come up and got signatures from you at the races in the States when we've been over there, but also they lined up last year to get it. You guys put a lot of time and effort into, like, when you're here, particularly for the AUSX, more so, but you spend that like 30 seconds to like actually connect with the people, and my kids have got a lot out of it. I'm sure every other people have. And even tonight, there was a guy in the hall just waiting patiently with his son to get a signature, and you guys made that happen for him, right? Like, you guys do something that I don't think other professional athletes think of, like, you guys have got a very good grounding. Obviously your parents have put that into you, but you guys aren't just like doing it once or twice.
Yeah.
It's just routine for you.
Yeah, honestly, it's for some reason it's natural. You don't go and like
sign something for a kid.
Even that is like respect, right? You're letting somebody in the back door.
Like it's natural, you know. It's not you don't think of it to do it because people are going to see it like that. Like it's natural. You don't go and grab something, just go like this and say nothing. You know, it's not in Australia. You don't do that. Yeah. You walk past someone in the street and you go, "Hey mate, how you going?" Like you don't ever really walk past someone and be silent. So I think it's more of just the natural Australian. These guys, I don't know if I want to do much interview. No, I'm kidding. No, these guys
exclusive, right?
These guys, obviously, Pommy, they get the humour, but I mean, Steve gets it. He's Canadian. Oh, honestly, yeah, Canadian. Yeah, he gets it. So, I mean, like we got these guys at least get our humour sometimes.
Sometimes I still think they miss a little bit of the key message.
Maybe. But no, they're good lads. But yeah, I mean, well, yeah, I think it's more so just habit and doing the right thing to a kid of that little 30 seconds. For us, sadly, we may forget that 30 seconds because we meet so many people, sadly.
It'd be hard to remember everyone, right?
Exactly. And we feel bad when little kids come up to us and it's like a year later, like, "Oh, you remember me?" It's like, "I'm sorry, bud." I've seen so many faces, but that 30 seconds of me saying, "Hey, mate, how you going?" it shows that I care, and we do, you know, so it's it's just natural.
No, awesome. I appreciate that. I think everybody else does too, and it makes you as popular as you guys are, especially here in Australia, obviously, for obvious reasons. But yeah, look, when does this all? Do you have any break, or you just literally fly home and get straight back to it? Is this not a break?
Sadly, there's no break. I had my break. It was a week and a half, sadly, but you know. We go back and it's back to boot camp. We're going to be logging laps, training hard, just trying to build that base up as best we can before A1. So cause it's very hard to build it through. I mean, you can still build it through the championship. It's just you're kind of lighting your matches a little bit. You know, at some point you get mentally fatigued. So I think next year hopefully I don't think we'll be doing these next year just to take a break because obviously we don't want to burn ourselves out. We would love to come back and obviously see the fans again, but sadly we gotta be a little selfish and you know we still have a lot of years. You know, I just signed a contract for another 5 years, so I gotta make sure I kind of
you can make the 5 years.
Yeah, that I make the 5 years, and Honda's not going to be bummed if I'm tired out. Obviously we do this. We don't really get paid to do these races from Honda. It's more for ourselves wanting to do it. So. Next year I think we might take some time off to get more than 2 weeks off because we only had 2 weeks off the past 5 years I think since we've been pro, so I think it's well needed.
Well, look, whatever it is that you come back, whether it is next year or it's a 2 or 3, whatever it is, I'm sure everybody will be here waiting and expecting you to come and fill the stands like they have every time. I'm sure they'll be here in droves, so whenever it is, it'll be fine. But appreciate you making some time for us on the AlwaysMoto podcast.
No problem. Thank you guys for being patient. Really appreciate it. Thank you guys heaps.
Thanks, Jett.